Title: Fed's interest rate rollercoaster, pumping the brakes or just a pit stop? TLDR. It looks like the Federal Reserve might hit the pause button on hiking up the interest rates this week, but don't start celebrating yet. This could just be a quick pit stop. While the guys at the top are deciding how they want to ride out this economic storm, us on the ground are left to wonder, is this a sign of things getting back on track or just the eye of the storm? Alright folks, we've all been feeling the sting of those interest rate hikes, from mortgages and auto loans to credit cards and business borrowing. It seems like the Federal Reserve just can't stop turning up the heat. But this Wednesday, Jerome Powell and his crew might be giving us a much-needed breather. Why the sudden change? You ask. Well, the Fed wants to see what impact their aggressive moves have had on inflation. However, there's a plot twist. This pause could be a fleeting one, more like a skip, with another potential rate hike as soon as late July. Fed Chair Jerome Powell and his gang of economic wizards have their eyes on the impact of a pullback in bank lending on the economy. As interest rates have soared, banks have put a brake on their lending game, and demand for loans has also taken a nosedive. A series of factors have got the Fed guys scratching their heads. Remember those 3 big banks that collapsed last spring? There's worry that this could spook other lenders into tightening their loan qualifications, worsening the lending slump. But the folks at Goldman Sachs think this damage will be modest. Perhaps they know something we don't? Now, the debate within the Fed is as heated as a high school prom. Half the gang wants 1 or 2 more rate hikes, the other half is calling for a few months of peace to see if inflation moderates further. They're worried that hiking too aggressively could land us in a deep recession. Like we needed another thing to worry about, right? Olive skin, light brown skin. The inflation report from Tuesday gives both sides of this debate some fire. Overall price increases are slowing down, but some measures of underlying inflation are still high. Like a game of seesaw, we're left wondering which side will eventually come crashing down. What we've got to remember is that the Fed's moves are a delicate balancing act, slowing borrowing and spending enough to cool growth and tame inflation, without causing the economy to topple over. Kind of like trying to walk a tightrope while juggling flaming swords. So, as we wait for the dust to settle, we're left to ponder, will this week's skip in rate hikes actually give us the breathing room we need, or is it just a quick pause before the next big climb? And more importantly, how will the rest of 2023 unfold? Will the rollercoaster continue to climb, or are we due for a wild, stomach-churning descent? Buckle up folks, it's going to be a wild ride. And here's the million-dollar question, what will your personal and financial strategies look like in the face of these unpredictable twists and turns? Disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Always consult with a professional for financial matters. Remember, the information provided here is